Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Heather's Journey. Today is a huge day. I am celebrating my 400th subscriber to my channel. I can't believe how many of you have brought such joy and support into my life, and I'm so grateful for you. I wanted to make this little video. This is just a Q&A video. I asked people for questions last week. I got some really good submissions, so I am going to answer them. This won't be huge and long, but it might give you a little bit of insight into me. And I'll do this again in the future, so if you ever have questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. I will compile them, and then someday, randomly, I will just pop up with another Q&A. Let's start with Sherry. Sherry asked me, do you think weight issues are more a frame of mind that keeps us struggling, or too many food choices keeping someone overwhelmed, which then turns into a struggle? For me, I think the real struggle isn't food. I mean, for some people it may be, but for me, it's a whole mental state. I struggle with eating out of boredom, eating the wrong things, being someone who doesn't like to cook, so I like quick, easy, and it's a struggle I've had my entire life. I probably remember being on my first diet when I was 5, 6, and I think that was more based for my ADHD than it was for my weight at that time, but it started a pattern and messed with my mind then, and my mind has really never truly gotten straight when it comes to weight, food, and all of the above. So yeah, I think it is more a frame of mind. Now I know there are people that probably are food addicts and struggle with, you know, needing to always be eating and adding food into their body, but that's not who I am or the issue that I struggle with. Amanda asked me, how did you meet your husband? And how long have you been together? We met at his 20th birthday party way back when, and he was totally drunk, doesn't even remember meeting me that day. And then we just ran kind of in the same circles, so we kept running into each other. I was only 19, we were children, and it just kind of went from there. We've been together now, we just had our 25th wedding anniversary, and we have been together 28 years. So yeah, it's a long time. Traveling Spanky asked me, once you reach your fitness goals, will you continue being a vlogger on YouTube? And if so, will your format change? Well, first of all, I don't have any fitness goals. I have health goals. But as far as fitness goes, I'm not there yet, and I do very little on that front, though I'm hoping when spring really comes and the weather gets nicer that will motivate me to get my little butt or big butt moving. But I do see myself continuing to vlog on YouTube, and I think maybe the format will change a little bit because hopefully I will hit Lifetime, and then I will kind of carry that on from there and, you know, talk about dealing with Lifetime on or as someone who vlogs. But at this point, that's a long way away. I still have 69 pounds to go, I think, so. But I will cross that bridge when it comes. I do hope and plan to continue vlogging probably for as far as I can see into the foreseeable future. I enjoy this. It's a creative outlet for me, and I have met so many amazing people that I just can't imagine walking away from it. So the good, the bad, or the ugly. Let's see. Linda Wiley has a series of questions for me, so I'm going to go ahead and answer them because they're pretty good. She asked me, have you gone down a size with 30 pounds? And I have. The problem is, I'm not really sure exactly what size I was in when I started this because I was kind of squeezing myself into clothing that I probably shouldn't have been wearing in lieu of buying larger sizes. I think the last large size I bought was a 20. And at the very beginning of my journey, the highest size I was ever in was probably a 26. And I had dropped down to about a 12, 14 and then gone back up to a 20. I'm now back into a 16, maybe could get into some 14s, but I haven't tried yet. So yes, I have a variety of sizes in my closet, and I'm just trying to wear whatever will fit comfortably at the moment. She also asked, has anyone remarked on your weight loss who doesn't know you are dieting? And no, not really. I haven't had really anybody notice. So that's kind of weird for me because it makes me think, how much weight do I have to lose before people start to see a change in me? But I'm seeing changes in me. I'm seeing collarbones, my shoulders are starting to like come out, my sides are starting to whittle down a little bit. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. And Linda also asked me, what's your favorite type of food? And my favorite type of food, honestly, if I could live off of anything, it would probably be bacon and pizza. Bacon pizza. I love bacon in all of its many forms, and I love pizza with all of its many forms as well. So bacon and pizza would be the foods I would live off of, and those are probably my favorites. I also love candy and anything sweet. Or I did. I'm kind of losing my taste for candy at the moment, though I feel like if I were to eat some, I would quickly regain that passion back. Well, she then goes on to ask, what food can you not have in the house because it sets you off? Candy. 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 Oh, and candy. Because if I have candy, I cannot say no. And like if I had like a bag of candy hearts from an earlier vlog in the house, I would eat the whole bag. I would not just have a few candy hearts. I would eat the whole bag of candy. So sugar is really a trigger for me. So now I save most of my sweet foods for my nighttime snack, as you see in my what I ate videos. And I do have some throughout the day, but they're either natural sugar or they're low sugar. But when I have something really sweet, it's the end of the day, it kind of wraps that up for me, like ice cream, like Halo Top or whatever, because sugar is such a trigger for me. Let's see. And she asked, why did you decide to vlog? I decided to vlog because I needed to hold myself accountable. When I started this channel, I thought I would be the only one watching my videos. Honestly, I didn't think anybody else would want to see what I'm doing, hear what I'm doing, or be a part of what I'm doing. And I was okay with that. But this was my way of saying, hey, Heather, you have to do something different this time. And you have to make sure that you're successful because you're getting older and you don't have a lot of chances left if you want to have a long life. So that is how this started, and it has kind of grown from there into being probably one of the favorite parts of my life right now. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot of technical skills. I'm learning more about photography. I'm learning more about videography, and it's keeping me busy, as well as documenting what I'm doing and how I'm doing. And I feel like someday in the future, this channel will be a place that my family can come and if I'm not here, still have a little piece of me, you know? So I kind of wish that YouTube had been around when I was younger, and I wish I had started vlogging then. But you know, it's never too late, and I have a ball, and I've always been into technology, so this is just another avenue for me. And then she asked, are you an extrovert or an introvert? I'm kind of in the middle of both. I can turn it on when I'm in public. I work in a job where I have to be an extrovert, and I can do that completely fine. I can fake it till I make it. I'm really actually quite shy. And if I had my druthers, I would just kind of hole up in my house all the time and not be around people. But then again, when I am around people, I enjoy myself. So it's kind of a catch-22 for me. And I force myself to go out and do things, and I force myself to be outgoing and a little bit braver than I really feel like I am at any given time. So there's that. Cindy asked me, did you go to college? Yes, I did go to college for a couple of years when my children were real young. I went for computer science, and this was back pre-Windows 95 days, if that kind of gives you an idea. I ended up dropping out without getting my degree because it was too much to go to school and have my kids and deal with what they were dealing and working, and the whole thing just got to me. That said, while I do not have any formal degree or education, outside of that, I am always educating myself. I'm a voracious reader. When I get into something that I like, I get into it wholeheartedly. I do a lot of research. I try to learn everything I can about it. For instance, doing this channel, I have migrated from learning how to use iMovie to teaching myself how to use Final Cut Pro. And how to use a camera with lenses versus a point and shoot, things like that. So I'm always trying to keep my mind sharp and keep learning new things. I never want to stop, and I don't let anything intimidate me. And thankfully with Google and YouTube, we're kind of like in this perfect world right now where you don't have to get a formal education. You can go out and teach yourself stuff and use them as skills that can take you further. So she also asked, what would my dream job be? My dream job would be to do this in some form without having to actually go to work. The job I'm working at right now was a dream job for me. It was a job that I really, really wanted, and I've been really blessed to have spent the last 4 years doing what I do, and I've met amazing people and have had some amazing experiences, and I've made some amazing friends in the process, and I will never regret going and doing the job that I'm doing because it has just enriched my life. And I work for a company that I'm very passionate about, and even when I don't work there any longer, I will be a cheerleader for. I was a cheerleader before I worked there, and having worked for them now for over 4 years, I have found that they treat their employees the way they treat their customers, and they take very good care of us, and it's just been a ball. So I never say where I actually work on camera, but if you guys pay attention to the clues that you see sometimes in my videos, you'll probably figure it out. But all I can say is it's an amazing company, and I am very blessed to have been a part of it. So then I'm going to wrap up with 2 questions from Happy Cat. Happy Cat asks, what made you choose to do Weight Watchers? And have you tried any other diets in the past? So I chose Weight Watchers this time because I had done Weight Watchers off and on probably from the time I was a little girl until my early 30s. And I had always felt safe with Weight Watchers. Felt like if I did it, I could do it well. And even though I've never really been successful on Weight Watchers to the point of hitting my lifetime goals, it was always something that kind of kept me on path. And so I went back to it this time with a little bit of trepidation because everything had changed since the last time I had done Weight Watchers, and points had evolved very far away from Points Plus all the way up to this new Smart Points that we're on. I wasn't sure how it was going to work for me, and it has been by far the most amazing. God, I've used the word amazing so many times in this video, I'm sorry. But it has been the most amazing plan for me to follow. I'm not hungry. I can eat as much as I want when I am hungry if I eat the right foods, and it's kind of reteaching me how to eat well, like healthy choices, not trying to do junky choices. And so I just am so thrilled about that. And As far as other diet plans, yes, I've done Weight Watchers in its many forms since the mid 70s. I have had lap band surgery, which I've talked about before, from my highest weight, which was about 286 pounds when I got my lap band surgery in December of 2007. I made it down to the upper 280s. I was so close to, upper 180s. I was so close to 100 pounds loss that I was even trying to decide what I would do to reward myself. And then somehow I went off the rails and started going back up to where I started Weight Watchers, which was at 261. I am at 229.3 today. So I'm starting to kind of feel that hopefulness again. That I had when I had my lap band surgery. How I went off the rails is a long story, but had to do with the doctor that ran my program, leaving the state, the new doctor, and coming in and kind of changing the whole program and kind of taking away my excitement for it. He became more of a doctor and less of a motivational figure. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but after that, I kind of just stopped. I would still half-heartedly count calories and stuff, and I've always logged in my Fitness Pal, and I'd start something here, and then I'd lose 5 pounds, then I gain 10 pounds, and the calorie counting thing just does not work for me. I've learned that. I don't know that I'll ever be able to go back to doing that. I'll never say never, but I've done that. I've never done any of the tangerine diet or the soup diets or anything like that. I'm not into quick fixes. I'm not into lose 10 pounds in 10 days kind of things, because I know myself and I know that if I deprive myself, I will fail, because I have a longer list of failures in my journey than I do of successes. So it's just a matter of getting my mind straight to where I can actually make a success of the entire thing. So I guess that's it. That wraps up my Q&A and my celebration of you wonderful 400 folks that have decided to subscribe to my channel and to support me in my journey. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Without you, I wouldn't be sitting here today, and I am so very grateful to have you in my life, and I can't wait to continue to share your journeys and to share mine with you. And I will see you guys again very soon. Thanks again.